Okay, so here's the thing. Not only does Trump not have a mandate, but there's some really solid reasons for why they're not going to be able to get all of this confirmations. And it's not just because these pics are just crazy and it's embarrassing. Some of them are downright dangerous that even Republican senators are not going to be able to go along with this. So I'm going to read something here. I want you to think of RFK Jr., all right? Mr. Anti-vax, Mr. Anti-everything. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, has confirmed a human infection of the avian, in the bird flu, basically, the N5N1 bird flu in a child in California. This is first reported as, I think, the flu. And okay, so it's here. It's here. The entire household now has symptoms. Oh boy, oh boy. So, all right. So it's here. This, we've been through the whole pandemic with COVID. I find it really hard to believe that Republican senators are going to risk uh, hundreds of thousands of American lives by, oh, we just want to give the president what he wants. We're afraid of President-elect Trump. So, we've got to make sure we get in there and confirm all of his people. We already, got rid of Matt Gaetz, but we're going to do this. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. And it's not because I have faith in humanity. Remember, I do not blow smoke up your bloomers on this stuff. Um, but we remember the morgue refrigerator trucks in the streets of Manhattan and other places. We remember the deaths of loved ones. We have people with long COVID right now. We remember. We remember how this tanked the economy. We remember how Donald Trump, the first time he was president, lied to us, and what the Bob Woodward book showed kind of late in the game, but it showed that he knew. Trump knew this was coming, and he let hundreds of thousands of people die, needless deaths. He thought we should inject bleach and shine magic flashlights up our bums, all this stuff that he said that he knew was not true. That he knew was not true. I just don't think that even Republican senators, except maybe the most egregious MAGA ones, are going to risk that. So the bird flu situation is here. It has hit our shores. And it's scary. It's real. And we've been there before. And I don't think that we want to go back. And I think that this reason alone might be enough to knock RFK Jr. out of this. He's actually going to be Secretary of Health and Human Services. I think he's going to go by way of Matt Gaetz. Also, he's got a little bit of a problem, too, with his sexual assault past, among other things. But when you've got United States senators who know they can prevent another pandemic, or at least they know they have to do everything I can, the last thing they want is to be blamed for preventable deaths. And the fact that we now have the bird flu that has hit our shores in human form before RFK Jr. has gone up to be confirmed, that these senators can withhold their vote for confirmation. They can tell Trump and his people that they're not going to vote to confirm, to pull the name and put up somebody else. I actually do think that the specter of these Republican senators being blamed for hundreds of thousands of preventable deaths because of their vote to confirm an idiot, a dangerous idiot like RFK Jr., this might be enough to make them hold back. If he was already Secretary of Health and Human Services and then a pandemic hit and then the bird flu hit our shores, they might be off the hook somewhat. But I think we need to put them on notice. So let us, from here on out, directly tie the bird flu hitting our shores and being stopped by responsible people, being contained, being dealt with, or do we let Trump put in this gadfly, this dangerous anti-vax, ridiculous sexual assaulter gadfly, RFK Jr., in this position where he's going to do a lot of other crazy stuff? Okay. But right now, we need to, people understand this, voters understand this, directly link the bird flu turning into another coronavirus, another COVID pandemic, to Republican senators' vote to confirm RFK Jr. as Secretary of Health and Human Services. that's our assignment. We keep the messaging tight, but let's get this done because our very lives may be at stake in this instance. I don't think that's hyperbole. Remember, we've been there before.